Friday the 13th, a day Westerners consider unlucky. Last November, it was tragic. A wave of terror attacks across Paris killed 130 people and injured hundreds more. This is the Bataclan concert hall where 90 people were shot or blown up by suicide bombers. The venue reopens on Saturday, the eve of the anniversary, with a performance by British rock star Sting. It's a sign that Paris is moving forward, although memories of the attacks are still vivid and the threat of more attacks remains high.
There's always a risk with terrorism. The risk is, we can fight against the risk, but the risk exists. And I think in France, and especially in Paris, and especially in this area, the idea and the trauma of the terrorism is still in the conscience.
In the face of this ongoing threat, France has stepped up its military commitment against ISIL in Syria and Iraq, while at home tens of thousands of armed soldiers patrol streets across the country. The state of emergency declared last November remains in effect, giving police extra powers to carry out searches and place people under house arrest.
One of the problems with state of emergency is mainly its duration. There is no control over it, and it's tending to become permanent. There is a feeling into the public opinion that state of emergency is defending our way of life, whereas it is also infringing on our liberties.
The state of emergency, the heavily armed soldiers patrolling the streets, it's all part of a raft of security measures introduced by France to try and make people here feel more secure. But attacks are still happening. In July, 86 people were killed in a terror attack in the south of France. 2 weeks later, a priest was murdered by an ISIL devotee. And so while people here do want to move forward to put the events of last November behind them, there is also a rather grim acceptance that terrorism is now a part of life in France. Kate Parkinson, CCTV, Paris.